Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah Wilson. I basically wanted to start up this channel because I have spent many years delving into various topics of interest of mine and haven't really shared that interest with others, haven't really shared sort of like my insights and understanding of things. I have been very aware that from quite a young age I have been quite an analytical person. I'm very interested in learning and taking in a lot of information of what actually piques my interest, and I'm also somebody who just really likes to understand the why behind things, mostly on an abstract kind of level. I'm really interested in Jungian psychology, in particular the MBTI, and I think a lot of people take that as like face value when there's actually a lot of in-depth study you can do into that, and I really like it because it makes me think a lot of like theories and that kind of thing. But basically it's based on this model that Carl Jung, the psychiatrist from time past, he created. Basically he had an understanding that we were all made up of our conscious minds were made up of like a thinking part, a feeling part, a sensing part, an intuitive part, and everybody experiences these, but and then they can be extroverted or introverted. So everybody has introverted and extroverted parts to their mind. It's not just like you are full on introvert or full on extrovert. There's like it's kind of both, and what they call cognitive functions are based around the extroverted or the introverted version of these four functions, basically. F, S, N, which is intuition, and T. And I discovered that I fall into the introverted thinking and extroverted intuition components of my conscious mind, I guess, and basically I can give myself 4 letters of INTP, and the model is kind of like, I guess the 4 letters is kind of based on that, a model even that somebody else did in the future, and her daughter, I believe. If you want to learn about the history of that, go ahead and do so. It's interesting to see where exactly it came from, rather than using personality types in a more of a face value kind of way, I guess, rather than being looking into like the theory behind it all. So this kind of model has helped me realize that the reasons behind, in an abstract kind of way, the reasons behind I am the way that I am, and the way my brain thinks, and it kind of then on taught me, my interest in this taught me that I was really interested in delving into abstract and theoretical things, just as this system is itself, and so I've really taken in, like, any topic of interest that I have, I've gone in depth with. I rarely stay on like the surface level of things, just being in the sensing world, understanding things on a physical level, but understanding things on a deeper, more in-depth, shall we say, level, and that's what I want to share more about on this channel, not Jungian psychology as such, but as things that interest me, my ideas around things, insights and stuff like that, and things that I've learned, basically. I'm very aware that life is I guess that everything in existence is kind of interconnected in a way, in that I'm not just here today. My ancestors, you know, probably travelled overseas, have been through wars, plagues and all that kind of stuff, have made all these kind of moves and done all these kind of things with their own underlying reasons. That's why I'm here today. But not just that, but the way we talk, the way we interact, the things we do, our little day-to-day ritual kind of things, I don't know, the way we feel about things, even like the way our culture is, the way society is. There's so much has gone into those things. Like, things can be made really, really simple, or we can make them more in depth. I guess, or they can be in depth, not necessarily we make them more in depth, but things can be really a lot more in depth. And I'm very interested in the components of that, and how that is to be, and breaking things down. And I tend to use more deductive kind of logic in my thinking. As I said, I'm very analytical, but tends to be the deductive logic is like my strength. And it's kind of, I guess it's kind of the way that my brain takes in and processes, like, I guess processes that information that I have. Yeah, I could talk a lot more about Jungian psychology and how that affects me, but I really want to talk about a lot of other things as well. So I'm hoping this is going to give me a platform to do that and to share the things that interest me, and hopefully find some like-minded people as well who are interested in these things too. These things being a huge variety of things that I'm trying to dwindle down. So yes, Jungian psychology is something that interests me, and I might talk about this a little bit more, but things like history and the past, you know, how everything's interconnected, like I said, and everything has I very much believe in everything being based on cause and effect as well, what else, history, like religions, like why religion exists and things like that. That question fascinates me. Like, why we are here today fascinates me. All of that kind of stuff, really. I work in a chemistry laboratory, and I am also trying to study with the Open University science, actually, even though what I spend a lot of my free time looking into isn't necessarily science, and what I spend a lot of time thinking about and researching is, well, a variety of things in more depth, but things that I can take and kind of put my own, not my own spin on it, but my own, like, take my own understanding of that and try and come up with insights and theories, and just wondering about a lot of stuff, basically. So this channel might be around that a lot. So yeah, I ramble. That's my communicative style sometimes, and I want to improve on that, I guess. So that's one of the motivations behind making this channel as well, to improve on that. So hopefully I'll be making a series of videos very soon, we'll see how it goes. I didn't share all my interests. I kind of stopped at one point, I just remembered. So some of my other interests are, I guess, I'm very interested in Anglo-Saxons. I'm interested in how languages, but not like how languages, like how, like, the current languages that we have, but why we have, like, especially like the English language, how it got to where it is now, like linguistics, I guess. What else? I'm interested in, like, medieval times and sort of like witchcraft kind of years, that kind of thing. I'm interested in folklore, and how and like superstition and why that happened, and if it had any impact, and all kinds of stuff, really, and trying to understand it, trying to make sense of it, basically. So yeah, hopefully you'll be seeing some videos around those sort of topics on the channel. And if anyone has any video suggestions that they want me to make, please leave them down below. I will seriously consider them. And yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I will see you again very soon.